Stop trying to force productivity through sheer willpower. It is scientifically proven to fail. Instead, you need to trick your own brain. If you want to know how to use nudge theory to completely eliminate decision fatigue, look at your desk. Why is it draining you? You stare at your screen, exhausted before you even type a single word. You think you need more discipline, better planners, or another coffee. But relying on heavy cognitive effort just guarantees burnout. Nudge theory flips this. But there is a massive flaw in how we usually work. It isn't a lack of motivation. Your actual enemy is the friction built into your surroundings. You are bleeding mental energy just deciding what to focus on first. Your environment is actively sabotaging you. To fix this, you must understand a concept from behavioral economics. And this is where it breaks. Here is the breakthrough. You do not lack discipline. You simply suffer from poor choice architecture. By borrowing from nudge theory psychology, you can bypass the need for motivation entirely. It is about designing a space where doing the right thing becomes your path of absolute least resistance. So, exactly what is nudge theory? Originally rooted in nudge theory economics, it proves that tiny changes in our environment drastically alter our decisions. Think of placing apples at eye level instead of candy. When applied to your daily workday, the immediate results are almost magical. The core mechanism relies on subtle environmental cues. It is the invisible hand guiding your behavior without triggering mental resistance. Rather than fighting your own biology, you align with it. Let's break down exactly how to rebuild your workspace to make focus completely automatic. Start with your physical desk. Leave your phone in another room and place your primary project file open on your keyboard before bed. You are no longer someone who struggles to start. You are someone who designs inevitable success. You will probably recognize which one you're doing. What is nudge theory in economics? It is heavily about default choices. Companies use consumer behavior data to make subscriptions automatically renew. You can reverse engineer this corporate trick. Make your browser block all social media by default. You are turning off the exhausting need to constantly resist. We want to get nudge theory explained practically. Look at structural friction. If you want to stop snacking, don't buy willpower. Just put the cookies on the highest shelf behind a heavy box. Making bad habits slightly more annoying drastically reduces your likelihood of engaging with them. Apply this same friction to your digital clutter. If you keep 20 tabs open, you're constantly nudging yourself to multitask. Instead, install a browser extension that limits you to exactly 3 tabs. When you try opening a fourth, it physically blocks you. The system enforces boundaries. Think about your morning routine. If your workout clothes are folded directly on top of your alarm clock, the default action is getting dressed. You remove the decision-making step entirely. The visual cue pushes you forward while your sleepy brain is too tired to formulate any excuse. To push further, leverage loss aversion. We hate losing things significantly more than we enjoy gaining them. If you commit $20 to a friend every time you skip a deep work block, suddenly the psychological friction shifts. Here are a few more powerful nudge theory examples. The most counterintuitive part? Deliberately making things harder is actually a brilliant nudge. By adding a 20-second delay to opening your email inbox, you interrupt the impulsive habit loop. Your brain hates waiting, so it simply stops checking. You save hours of fragmented, wasted attention every week. Stop relying on do not disturb modes that you have to manually activate. That requires willpower. Instead, permanently disable all non-essential notification at the operating system level. If your phone never lights up, your brain never gets the cue to check it. Silence becomes your permanent default state. Stop working, eating, and relaxing in the exact same chair. This isn't just for solo work. Using nudge theory in management means setting team meetings to automatically end 5 minutes early. It subtly forces concise communication without you being a tyrant. Your identity shifts from a stressed micromanager to a quiet architect of deep team flow. Let's look at another concept, the decoy effect. When faced with two hard tasks, your brain freezes. Give yourself a third, slightly easier but related task. Choosing it feels like a victory, bypassing the procrastination loop entirely. You're gaming your own psychology to get things done. Applying nudge theory and behavioral economics means accepting that humans are fundamentally lazy, and that is perfectly okay. By acknowledging your lazy nature, you stop feeling guilty and start engineering your workspace. Make the good choice easy, and make the bad choice incredibly annoying to execute. At the end of every day, perform a friction audit. What was the hardest thing to start today? Why? Don't blame yourself. Blame the choice architecture. If writing was hard, maybe your document wasn't open. Fix the environment tonight. So tomorrow morning requires absolutely zero thinking. Let's talk about social nudges. If you surround yourself with burnt-out, complaining colleagues, complaining becomes your default behavior. But if you sit next to the most focused person in the office, their silent productivity acts as an environmental cue. You absorb their focus through sheer proximity. You are no longer fighting a daily war with your own mind. By treating yourself like a predictable system rather than an unpredictable emotional creature, you reclaim total control. Willpower is a finite resource. A well-designed environment pays dividends forever. Your environment is now your greatest asset. By fixing your choice architecture, you win back hours of raw, focused energy every single day. The exhaustion fades, replaced by a quiet, steady momentum. You have essentially built an automated conveyor belt that effortlessly carries you directly toward your most ambitious personal and professional goals. You now hold the blueprint to bypass willpower entirely. But building these systems takes a community of like-minded architects. If this video shifted your perspective, hit the like button right now. It is a tiny, powerful nudge to the algorithm that you value high-level, actionable psychology. And if you are ready to permanently upgrade how your brain operates, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. We are building a masterclass in behavioral design here every single week. Don't leave your growth to chance. Design your environment to make learning inevitable. I'll see you inside.